Hi there! Welcome back to my channel, Healing with Kearra. So we're taking a look into the blue supermoon, how it's going to affect our Pisces out there. We have the second supermoon in August coming up, hence the blue moon, which is already pretty rare. It's the only one in 2023. It's also the closest supermoon in 2023. So a blue supermoon is like especially really rare. It's already really rare to have two full moons in 1 month and have two supermoons in 1 month. Very rare. Is in conjunction with Saturn, while Saturn is within a few days of being the closest to the Earth that it will be this year. So it's a lot happening all at once, all kind of dancing and moving together in the sky. It's very interesting, rare, auspicious time period. So I'll be doing a collective energy read, taking a deeper look into this energy on the 30th on my YouTube channel. So look out for that if that sounds interesting to you. But right now, we're just taking a look into how it's going to affect our Pisces out there. So, just get a few cards here. Okay, wow. So we have the Queen of Water, the Queen of Cups. So I always get this energy of like putting your heart out there, sharing your heart with someone, opening up emotionally to another person. We have Virgo, the Hermit on the bottom. So you could have been holding back or choosing to keep to yourself. It's like you could have felt like you didn't have enough to, okay, there was this really strong desire to move forward really quickly, but you felt like you didn't have enough to offer, like enough to bring to the table in order to be like worthy or deserving, or in order to like keep up with some sort of opportunity. So you felt like you couldn't go for it, you couldn't take it. It's like you had to just like kind of keep to yourself, and like go within and like grow, or yeah, get to a place where you were able to uh put in, or yeah, keep up with, put in what you needed to, or have like what it took in order to be able to move forward in the way that you wanted to. It's like you felt like your hands were tied and you just didn't have like the resources available to you, or just have enough, and there was like some sort of dynamic or circumstance around you that was like kind of out of your control at the times. You were kind of like checkmated, so it was like you had no choice but to kind of like keep to yourself, or draw within to yourself for a time period. You couldn't like move forward in the way that you wanted to, because again, there was just this like lack energy, or just feeling like you didn't have the resources, or there could have been some sort of something around you again that was like outside of your control, that was kind of like preventing you from being able to move forward in the ways that you wanted to at one time. So you had to like keep something to yourself, keep like the way you felt to yourself, or just like actually genuinely keep to yourself. But now it's like safe to come out of that energy and like put yourself out there, put your heart out there, share it with another person, open up, tell someone how you feel. It's like this is safe. It's like this will go really well. You'll have like a positive outcome from choosing to like open up and be vulnerable after a time period of feeling like you couldn't do that, or it was not safe to do that, and just like drawing within yourself or keeping to yourself in some way. You could have, yeah, something in the past like taught you that it was just like not safe to open up or to be vulnerable to others, or to like move forward the way that you wanted to, like when you wanted to in relationships. Like we get kind of conditioned as a society to like play certain games, or like, yeah, if we feel like we're lacking or we don't have enough, and sometimes instead of just being vulnerable and upfront about that, it's like we'll like play certain games with other people, or just like do certain things in order to retain the little bit of power or control that we do have within the situation or within ourselves. Because again, it's like something else around us that's outside of our controls, like preventing us from moving forward in the way that we want. So it's like we cling on to like the power or control that we do have in the situation, and sometimes that gets channeled into like trying to control um, the other person. But it's like choosing to just like open up and be vulnerable and be really honest about like whatever was holding you back before, or like whatever restraints you have, or like whatever barriers you have about like being able to move forward, but like still choosing to be vulnerable and open up and like move forward in some way. But like the 10 of water, the 10 of cups already like popped out, and so it's like other this is going to go well, like being vulnerable, being open, like other people are going to be open to this, receptive to this, they're going to see you. It's going to create a space where other people can like successfully work together with you. So yeah, okay. So we have the 9 of fire, the 9 of wands in reverse. So your fear here is that like if you're vulnerable and honest and you put yourself out there, if you kind of come out of hiding in a sense and you choose to be really open and upfront, there's this fear that other people are not going to like you, other people aren't going to want to work with you, other people aren't going to receive it. But this is actually going to go really well, or yeah, like people are actually going to be a lot more receptive to this. And it's yeah, it's the like the secret here is like choosing to open up and be vulnerable and share your heart with others, because then that allows them to like actually see you and come together and like work with you um, in a way that creates like some positive change, or can just like finally progress forward after some sort of struggle, or like feeling like you didn't have enough to be able to move forward. So we have Scorpio, death. So I feel as though your perspective on the situation is changing. So we have this like wiltedness here, and then all around it is like this blossoming. So it's like before you had this perspective that you couldn't like open up or be vulnerable to others, and that was kind of like killing you in a sense, or like dimming you or dulling, like dimming your light, if you will. So it's like choosing to heal this here and like change your perspective, is helping you to grow in a more healthy way, and then is like letting others like see you in a different light here. So it's like you could even start to see yourself in a different light through the process as well, as something I'm hearing. So we have the 5 of water, Mars in Scorpio, and the 2 of air in the reverse. So with this card, there's this energy of again of like hiding yourself away. Um, So I feel like this is confirming that you felt as though you had to like hide yourself away, or you couldn't be vulnerable, or you couldn't, how I said, it's like something from the past has taught you that it's not safe to open up to others, or that like others are not going to be open and receptive to hear you or to see you. So you were like, whatever happened here in the past, it's like hanging on to this energy, or yeah, not not being able to see this in a different light, or to kind of like let go of this or heal from this in a sense. It was like hanging on to or clinging on to whatever happened in the past, how you were treated in the past, how something didn't work out in the past, like sometime whenever you were really vulnerable and you put yourself out there and you got really hurt. So part of this Scorpio is like letting go of that and no longer resonating with that story, that it's like unsafe to um share with others, and to be really open and vulnerable or honest with others about like how you feel. It's like other people are going to actually receive this a lot more positive than you anticipate, and actually be like, is actually going to create a space where you can work together um, better, or just like create more, help you get closer, or connect with people on like a more intimate or deeper level, which is what you desired. So it's like going to go the opposite of the way that you're anticipating. Is like your fears, all of that, like the story that you're telling yourself is all coming from something that happened in the past. And so it's like you learned, all of this stuff like based off something from the past. So there's a need to let go of that, or stop identifying with that, stop overly focusing on that, and allow yourself to like move forward and open up and like continue to share with others, and like rewrite the narrative or rewrite the story as far as like whether or not it's safe to like emotionally trust others or be vulnerable to them. Or it's like, other people will like start to see you and receive like your vulnerability, or whenever you like choose to open up and share with others, they're willing to do the same and give the same energy back. Again, it's actually the thing that helps you build relationships and become closer with others, or build that really strong bond with others. But you could have been involved in just like more toxic and hurtful relationships in the past, and so it taught you these really painful stories about how others like receive you in relationship, especially like on an emotional level. So you're healing that, you're going through like a death of the way you used to know things, or the story that you used to know, as far as how much you could trust others, or how safe it was to like truly open up to others, or let them see you or get to know you on like a deeper and more emotional level. Like it's safe to like share your heart with others. Not everyone is going to like purposefully misunderstand you, or like purposefully misinterpret you, or take things the wrong way in order to like use them against you to hurt you. Or not everyone's going to like use your vulnerabilities against you later in order to hurt you. For the vast majority of people that are more healthy, um doing this is going to allow you to like get closer to people and to be able to create with them on a deeper level. It like builds like a stronger bond. And so I'm so sorry that you had to go through whatever you did in the past, that like taught you that it's not safe to be like open and honest, vulnerable, um, to like share with the people around you. Or that like, yeah, the people around you won't give you back the energy that you're giving them, or like they don't want to see that, or they don't want to hear that. There are going to be people that like care on that deeper level, and again, they're like more of like a healthy, well-rounded individual, and so they're capable of giving you that transparency and that level of depth and emotion back. Like the people that you were around could have just been like more shallow, and they were just not in a space where they were emotionally capable of giving that same energy back to you. It could have made them feel uncomfortable, or just triggered them for whatever reason. And so then the way that they then reacted to your sensitivity or your vulnerability created like a trauma, that you've had a hard time, not focusing on. It's like you've had a hard time letting go of this, and not allowing this to kind of like be your story, and affect the way that you show up in your relationships moving forward and connect with others. We have yes. The answer is yes. Free will can influence outcomes. Use your intuition and discernment, as there are many layers of information unfolding. So, yes to any questions you have right now concerning the situation. Rooted awareness, awakening. You came into this lifetime with your wisdom key to unlock your highest timeline and purpose. When you trust that you are living your soul's purpose. You awaken memories from previous lifetimes that align you to familiar pathways. Trust your instincts because you have done this before. So, your intuition is correct. Yes. Whatever you're thinking or feeling about the situation is true. Your senses could be really heightened around the time of the full moon. So it's like whatever you are feeling, whatever your intuition is telling you during that time, definitely listen to it and have faith and confidence that you are very wise. And again, your intuition, your sensitivity is just being heightened at this time. So you can trust yourself to know the best way to move forward. With boundaries, the bottom, and fire. Stand your ground. Be your own guardian and take up space. This is not a time to play small. Honor your space and create healthy boundaries in your situation. Meditate on this symbol when you want to set healthy boundaries and stick to it. Jaguar can also help keep your integrity and standards high. Light, creativity, drive, purity, passion, and new opportunities. The element of fire can free you from boredom, clear karma, and give you the energy required to take action. Be warned though, too much fire can also burn, so be mindful of utilizing this energy wisely by channeling it creatively. Meditate with this symbol with the assistance of a candle to inspire creativity, motivation, and passion. So I get one more card for you guys. False narrative, discernment. Be mindful of the story you're telling yourself. Having a negative narrative is destructive and simply not true. Stop listening to your ego based story that is laced with falsehoods and old conditioning. For every negative thing you say, counteract that by saying 3 positive words. See the truth of who you are, which is wise, magnificent, and radiant. Yeah, don't listen to your ego, listen to your intuition. Right? Listen to the part of you that is connected to source and not connected to insecurity. Because that's where like the truth lies, right? Is in source and not within like our darkness or the stories that we tell ourselves because of the ways that we were hurt due to our vulnerability in the past, right? Betrayal revealed. The situation will reveal to you its intention behind it, whether it's you betraying yourself in some way or another person or situation. You are being asked to unmask the truth by removing any blinders that hinder the clarity that is needed. So I feel as though it's like you kind of betraying yourself here because of this like false narrative from the past or this like hanging on to this pain from the past. That's where it's like you have potentially been kind of betraying yourself up to a certain point, and now you're being given that like wisdom key, right, or that sense of awareness to see the truth of the situation and be able to do what you need to do, even if it's like setting boundaries within yourself to make the changes necessary and to start to understand that it is safe to be vulnerable again. So, really cool message. Thank you so much if you watched this far into the reading. Sending you guys lots of love, all of our Pisces out there. I hope you have a really great day.